The second element we need to understand before we get going is, how do you actually experience life? How does that system work? Right? So if you think about yourself, you have 5/6 senses. Depends on your belief system, doesn't matter at this point. Let's keep it simple. Let's say everyone agrees we have 5 senses. Right? Those 5 senses, what are they really? They're sensors. Right? It's a sensing device. If you take your 5 senses and put it on a waveband, trying to chart what waveband each sensor actually detects, what you will realize that if you place it on the waveband, you have 5 cracks in the waveband, very, very narrow, very tiny cracks through which those sensors detect. Right? Your hearing detects only between 20 hertz and 20 kilohertz. Some people 16 hertz. Your sight detects between 400 to 700 nanometers. That's it. We don't see beyond that. We don't hear beyond those ranges. Now, if you normalize it, let's say on a meter scale, 5 narrow cracks. Yet we have a very rich and coherent understanding of what reality is, what is going on. How's that happening? It's not through the senses. The senses are only sensing devices. So where does it happen? It happens inside of us. So now you hear my voice. Mm-hmm. I create all kinds of patterns, voice patterns. Your ear detects it. That's the sensor. But then what happens? Then you decipher that sound packet into a word. And then you decipher the word and you assign meaning to it. Those stages happen inside. They don't happen outside. They happen only inside of you. Now that inside means, and that process, we have billions of data points coming in every second, throughout all our senses. And we build a coherent picture of what is going on. So we have some kind of a processing system. It processes the signals and first deciphers it and then builds a meaning out of it. And the meaning is the experience. Therefore, our life experience happens inside, not outside. Right? So we have a central processing system that operates in the now, real time, and it processes an experience that is dynamic and unpredictable. That is our life experience. Mm-hmm. If we want to affect change fast, we need to start tinkering with that system, that operating system, because that's the operating system of our life. Right? That system is the system that decides how you respond to what's happening on the outside. Right? And how you respond decides or heavily affects how the outside responds to you. So now there is a process of co-creation between the inside or the outside. But your experience, not somebody else's, your experience happens on the inside, regardless of what happens on the outside. Of course, it is a co-creation and there is a mutual impact. But as you start changing, as you start responding differently, life will respond to you differently. Right? If you go around on the street and smile to people all the time and hug them and be welcoming, they will welcome you. Mostly. Maybe not everyone. Right? But more than average. If you go on the street frowning and angry with an angry expression, people stay away. There's an interaction. Mm-hmm. But your deciding power is on your inside.